Hello! Welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Carolien and this is episode 120. As you can see, Mr. Binx is here as well. Welcome everyone. Welcome to all new viewers. Hope you like it here. Stick around. Give a thumbs up, subscribe. And welcome back to all returning viewers. I'm really happy you are still here with me. And yeah. You can find me online everywhere. Carolien, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry. What else do we have? A lot. Mostly Carolien everywhere. I have a web shop, colourfulcreativity.nl. And we're here today for the knitting. Thank you everyone for the lovely comments on the spinning episode. I'm happy you like that. And yeah, this time we're gonna be all knitting again, and next time it's gonna be almost time for Tour de Fleece, so I'll have the last bits of Tour de Fleece acquisitions basically, and all the tour prep and whatever, chatting about the Tour de Fleece. But this week we are still knitting, and even though it's hot as balls, I mean, it's 35 degrees yesterday. It doesn't even go below 20 anymore at night. So it's sweaty and bleh. But hey ho, next week it's gonna be rainy and 20 degrees and I'll be happy. Just have to survive the weekend. Mr. Binx is super cuddly. I'm really sorry if that distracts you. But I know most of you love him. Yes. Oh, Mr. Binx. Yeah. I was expecting you to go to bed now, actually. Your sister is already sleeping. Oh well. But for knitting, I have finished objects to share. Mr. Binx, do not eat the microphone. I have these comfort socks finished. They are knit with Paton's Kroy sock yarn, and this is the colorway is called Blue Striped Rag, if I remember correctly. I didn't keep the ball band because I have more of this yarn. I had like super little left, and I knit these toe up so I could knit up the whole ball. I did a fish lips kiss heel, just go ahead straight up and no afterthought or different color. I just wanted to knit from toe to cuff with the whole ball, and I succeeded. One tiny detail that went wrong. I had a card for the length of the foot, and yeah, somehow I measured it wrong, and maybe I didn't pull hard enough the sock over, and I went over that line a tiny little bit, but just enough for these socks to not fit me. They're a bit too long and too big for me, so my husband will get them. He's very lucky. And also, I know now for the next pair that I'm gonna knit for myself, I don't need this long of a cuff. It annoys me. I can't get it over my calf, and I'm not gonna increase stitches at all. So my husband now has a second pair of Paton's Kroy socks, and somehow these always end up really long because I really like to knit up the whole ball. They're not 400 meters, they're only 350 meters, I think. The yarn is a bit thicker, it's more a sport weight-ish, and that's why I really like them. I knit these with 64 stitches on a 2.5mm needle, my regular recipe. I think if I do that again, I might go down to 60 stitches. And though the width is reasonably okay for me, but it's the length that bothers me. So one finished object. The second finished object is my rainbow Beachcomber that is absolutely fresh off the needles. I had the plan to knit on some summer tops during June and during the summer, of course. And this was the first one that was still on the needles since 2019. I think I knit every summer a little bit. I had already done the test knit in 2019 and I cast on a new one immediately. So me and my mom could knit together, and my mom finished hers and I didn't finish mine because I had other test knits that I had to do. So yeah, but now it's finally finished. The rainbow is in cotton yarn. It is Catania by Schachenmeier, and the Beachcomber usually is stockinette, reverse stockinette, stockinette, reverse stockinette, every time just one color, and I changed it up to big stripes of just stockinette, and every stripe is a new color. Woohoo! What can I say more about this? The pattern is by Carolien. She has a new business name, which I forgot. I think it's Northwood Knits, something like that. I'll put it in the show notes. Don't worry. I had a tiny boo-boo at the end. I thought I would do a full stripe of this green and then do the ribbing in a darker, yeah, petrol kind of color. Spruce is probably the best name for it. And then I figured out it was way too long. I was like, okay. So I ripped back about 10 rows of stockinette, and then I started the ribbing, which I actually like better than the whole dark band at the bottom. So all in all, it was a good thing. And then I had some yarn chicken to do, but I needed a whole new ball of yarn. In the end, I needed 12 more grams of the very bright yellow for the neckband. And I am super happy. I still need to weave in the ends. I still need to block it. Like I said, it's pretty fresh off the needles. Very happy with that. I hope to wear it soon. But for now, it's sport weight cotton, and that's a bit too warm currently. Then the last finished object. This one has been finished for a bit, but I couldn't share it, and I am allowed to share it now because the pattern will come out on Monday, the 21st of June, on solstice, the summer solstice. Today is Friday the 18th, so hopefully over the weekend you... No eating the microphone. I guess we have a title for this episode. Right, so here is my test knit for Jessie May. It's been a secret for a while. This is the outline tee, and as you can see, it has a wonderful leather stitch detail. This is the middle back, it is also in the middle front, and it runs down on the sides beside the arm all the way down to the ribbing, and it's a really nice, super thin, yeah, it's for fingering weight, fingering-ish weight, as long as you can get gauge. It's a really, yeah, drapey, lovely garment. I loved knitting it. I used Sandnes Garn Tin Lin, which is a blend of cotton, linen and viscose, if I remember correctly. I do not have the ball bands at hand, but I'll put in a link to the yarn. I got that from the Breiboerderij, and I think I already shared that when it came in. Yeah, I really like the yarn, and I want to knit all my summer garments out of it, basically. It's super soft and super drapey and lightweight and just amazing. The only thing I like a bit less is that all the colors are very muted. I thought I had bought something that was more of a bright lime green, but it's more a muted, muddled yellowish green. But that's fine. It's for summer stuff, and next time I'll get myself some orange or petrol to knit something out of. So yeah, wavy around. I will add some photos now for me wearing it from the photo shoot, and those photos will come on Instagram next week as well. They are already in my project on Ravelry for those who want a earlier sneak. So yeah, lovely knit. Highly recommended. There's also a shorts version of it, and there's also a tank top that's already out, the Outline tank I think it was. And so yeah, those were the finished objects. Now I'm gonna show you everything that I've been working on, which is a lot. Here, first start with the biggest one. My young quill test knit, which is on hold now because 31 degrees, sweaty, muggy, warm. No woolly sweater. But I do have one sleeve, and a second sleeve already. I thought, what if I do the sleeves first and then the rest? Everyone hates Sleeve Island, but I don't. I hate Body Desert. I'll show you. The sleeves have a wonderful colorwork detail. Yeah, it's just a wonderful sweater. The colorwork is finished. I think I already was there last time I showed it to you. And the body is well underway. Many inches to go. My body length is about 18 inches, so I have a lot of body to knit. I don't like it super short, and just for the outline tee I added length to the body, and for my next one I'll add even more length to the body, just because I don't like everything super cropped. I don't wear lots of cropped stuff. There are things I wear, but not that many, so I have to make things longer. I just have a long body. So yeah, here I have plenty of inches to knit still, but that will happen next week when it's colder and raining again. The yarn I'm using is the wonderful Cartref yarn in 4-ply in the colorway. Let me find my ball band. There it is. Here is Cartref yarn. The colorway is Minute Ya. I hope I'm not butchering that. Go on, focus. Yeah. There you can read it, colorway. And the colorwork was done in this gorgeous yarn, which is River Knits Chimera in the Earth colorway. Seriously, Binx, he's balancing on my lap with a sweater and balls of yarn and the microphone, of course. I'm knitting these on Hiya Sharp interchangeables on 3.25 millimeter, which is one size down from the pattern. And let me show you the front of the pattern and the designer. Here you can see it's a very open neckband, which would be amazing for now, but yeah, I'm gonna make it smaller. It is Young Quill by Knitting in the Wild, or Sarah Carter Costeries. I know she's Sarah, but her last name is something I don't remember usually. I just say Knitting in the Wild because that's how I tag her. As you can see, I did a provisional cast on, and I'm going to unpick that because I don't want it this wide, or at least not in the back. In the front I like that, but not in the back. So I'm going to add some short rows, which is totally fine by Sarah, and I think that's amazing that for a test knit you can do some modifications. I also knit the sleeves first because of that, because sleeves pull things down, so I can measure it better how I want my neckline to sit. The deadline is approaching, July 1st, but it was the yoke and one sleeve for my size as a minimum, and I'm already further than that. And Sarah's super kind and said, even if you don't finish it in a year or in 4 years, I don't care, as long as you are having fun. And yeah, totally relaxed test knit. Absolutely amazing. Then, since I finished my Beachcomber, I am now on my next summer top. My next summer top is this. And I will say I have already added from the pink marker. So 6 rows, I think. This is going to be an Ardent tee, and that pattern is from last year's Pom Pom magazine. And my pattern is here, but I don't think I printed out the full picture because I was like, I don't need that. It saves me ink. But here it is in the drawing, and this is knit flat with intarsia. That half moon thingy, that's the back. You start here, and I think you knit it over the top to the back and down again, and then you close up the sides. This is also very cropped, but I'm gonna add length because it's just too cropped for me. And the pattern is by Amalia Sieber. Very important to say Amalia and not Amelia, because she's called Amalia. She's Kindred Red on Instagram, and she was annoyed in her stories for being called Amelia, which is like the same as that people write my name as Carolien instead of Carolien. Please don't worry that I'm gonna get angry. It's just for the Dutchies that I mean, for English, it's way easier to just introduce myself as Carolien. I usually don't. I just say Carolien, but yeah, written down, I understand it's difficult. But for Dutchies, there's a difference between Carolien and Carolien. And apparently here we usually say Amalia, and in the US it's way more regular to say Amelia. So if Amalia were here, it wouldn't be a problem. I mean, our future queen is called Amalia. So, sidetracked. Ardent. I am still just past the bottom hem. It's a folded hem, which I made last year already. So now I'm just in plain stockinette land with intarsia. I am using this cute yarn with sequins in it, and that's why I'm using this for the Pailletten Perlen Plunderfall by Frickelcast, which is basically sequins, beads, sparkle, whatever you want that's extra fancy stuff. Craft along. You could even make concrete with glitter, presse-papiers or something, whatever you like, door stoppers. It all falls under crafting, and definitely works for the Pailletten Perlen Plunderfall, which is awesome. So yeah, the yarn I'm using is Bergère de France Estivale. This is the colorway Mente. It's a French brand. Anisette, that will be my little half moon thingy, and this one is Pain. So just pin, pine tree in French. My French is good enough to know that. Yeah, I'm not really enjoying the feel of the yarn with the sharp edges of the sequins, and it's all very, very polyamide. Let me check. What was the consistency? It has hemp in it, I think. Yeah, it's 50% acrylic, 21% hemp, and 29% polyester, which isn't the best yarn to knit with while it's super warm. I get very sweaty hands with that. we're not done with projects with whips. I have so many whips in progress. Yeah, let me show you this one in this cute The Woolly Tangle cat bag I got from my lovely friend Louise. In here I have one sock. Woohoo! This is the Juliet Sock by Liz Corky, and I have one sock finished. I made it a shorty. I needed a needle. I'll tell you in a sec why. The yarn I'm using is All About Yarn. Did I not throw the tag in the bag? Oh yes, I did. All About Yarn for the Knit Tea Retreat. It was a gift bag skein, and this is BFL Boo. Let me hold it better. BFL Boo, and yeah, it is 80% superwash BFL and 20% bamboo. It's a really lovely yarn, and I'm very curious how it will wear. So, the Juliet Sock. Nay, not the microphone. Jesus, cat. Let me show it to you here when it has a longer leg, and the name of the pattern, Juliet by Liz Corky. I was knitting this for the Uplift Make Along by Ruth Brash, and well, I just got sidetracked. I have plenty of yarn left, of course, because hey, I have shorty socks and I'm gonna cast on the next one. And I just found my cable needle back, which I definitely don't need with this project. The pattern is very nice. The repeat is not too difficult. The other sock will be mirrored, and yeah, I did 2 repeats of the full leg, and then I called it quits. It is a very interesting construction because it's a toe-up sock with an eye of partridge heel. I mean, very, very genius, and I hope to knit the second sock someday this summer. I am not casting it on yet because I found a new sock knitting competition. Yeah, oops. It is called the Super Socks World Championship, and the warm-up round already started, so I needed a spare needle. In the end, I didn't need it after all because I needed to go down a size. But in my Yarn and Yarns bag with squirrels by the lovely Angela are actually the little orange cat bag. But that's Angela's brand. I have my new sock, and this is the warm-up sock for the Super Sock World Championship, and it's the Sea Scallops by SLM Designs. This is how it looks, and it is a shorty sock, so I was like, great, I can do that for warm-ups. I like the pattern. I had some issues with Sock Madness this year that I didn't like the patterns, and they just weren't up my alley somehow. They were too difficult, too detailed, too... we have to put in every fucking detail just to make it difficult. Or at least it felt like that for me. So many techniques, so many... bleh, whatever. So yeah. Here I have some yarn I won way back, I think 3 years ago in Sock Madness. I thought it was fitting to use it for this sock. And here is my start on this warm-up sock. I'm using my Chowgo needles, 2.25 millimeter, because I don't have my hi-has empty. So I had to pick something else. I'm doing the size small, 66 stitches, which definitely shouldn't fit me, but they're even on the bigger side, so they might end up in the donate pile. But we'll see. Making these shorty socks as well because it's just a warm-up. But yeah, I'm in team downforce and I'm really enjoying that. I'm with lots of German people, and I found out on Clubhouse in a German crafty chat about this competition. So I joined I joined the team they were in because I was like, well, those people I already follow and I already know. And yeah, we're having lots of fun. And the gauge on this one was a bit difficult for lots of people. I saw 1.75 millimeter needles. I'm like, hell no, I won't knit on something that small. But yeah, we're definitely having fun. Then, what else do I have on the needles? Oh, there it is. In my Tina and Miep colorful special advent calendar bag. Yes, I have two. I got the prototype and I got one in my advent calendar. So yeah. In case you're wondering and thinking, hey, something else is coming out of this bag than last time. Last time it was a blanket, and now it's a golden oldie. It is my Boy Lollipop, and this cat keeps getting into my project bag, so let's move it. He's still sitting here. Yeah. He needs his mama, apparently. This is my Boy Lollipop Sweater, and the pattern is by Ricci. I don't have the pattern at hand because I'm just doing a modification on this thing. This is a very cropped top, and I wasn't wearing it. Every time I move, the whole ribbing jumps off my belly and creeps up. So I have like the neckline here and the sweater just below my boobs, which I don't want. So what I decided is to take out the bottom ribbing, knit the full bottom ribbing. So that's this much yarn. It's about 3 inch of of twisted rib, and I'm going to, no, was it 3 inch? Yeah, it must have been 3 inch, about 30 rounds. I'm going to knit that back in just stockinette, and then I will add another 3 or 4 inch of ribbing with this yarn, which is Undercover Otter in the Jello colorway. It's the Squirm sock base, so a nice soft fluffy base, where this is a DK weight, an MCN DK, so super soft and fluffy as well. Gonna hold this double and just add a contrasting rib, so I think it will be nice detail. I thought about fading it, but lots of people told me I wouldn't do that. And no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna make it a contrast feature. So yeah, hoping that will fix this issue. It will still be a short cropped top for me, but it won't be as short as it was. And I hope by doing that I'm actually gonna enjoy wearing that. The needles are a 4mm, and for the ribbing I'll go down to the appropriate needle when I get there. So hopefully this one will get finished soon. Does fit the crop top theme well. Let me check my notes that I made on my phone for a change. Socks. Yeah, definitely. Next up, swatches. Yes, I do swatch once in a while. I had some fun stuff to show you. Since the outline tee is coming out next week, I thought it would be nice to use my linen yarn. Here it is, if you remember from last time. Here's the coral one, and this is the red one, even though they look pretty the same on screen for me. I hope it won't be on screen for you. I knit a swatch with it, and I think this is a bit too thin and see-through. Yeah, definitely too see-through for me. So I made another one because the person who inspired me to buy it and who is doing the Linen Loos knit along, so linen go knit along, it would translate, I think. I don't know if the terms for a boat where you have to do, have to let go of the rope. I don't know what it's called in English, but in German it would be Leinenlos, so it would be a fun wordplay. This one I like a lot better. I even did the lettering in there to see, because I held both colors double. I don't have enough to do just one color. I have to do a mix, and I actually quite like the tone that I'm getting here, the shade. So, and it's definitely less see-through than the single one. I am not quite getting gauge, so I'm going to calculate which size I need to knit, and then I will knit it with this 100% linen yarn. It's the yarn I showed you last time from Lithuania, Yarn Stories on Etsy. They have lots of colors, and this will probably not be my only order I will do, but for now, yeah, I'm gonna love this red outline tee for sure. That was not the only swatch I'm doing. In the recent Pom Pom magazine, I don't think I have it here. I think I put it away. No, I have it here. I showed you the Phoenix crochet summer tank top. You can see it well. Yes, that's crochet. And my lovely friend Linnea was like, I can't crochet, but I want it. And I was like, I'll be your cheerleader and help you. So I actually swatched in the right kind of stitch. This is the Catania from Schagenmeier cotton, and this is Serena by, I think, Manos de Uruguay or Malabrigo. I'm not 100% sure, because, well, it's a basically a second-hand yarn, a de-stash from someone else, and it doesn't have all the labels here. It is in my stash. I can look it up. I think it's Manos de Uruguay. And yeah, this is a yarn with cotton, and I think there's also some wool in there. It feels really nice, and it's a sportish weight, just like it needs. But I'm not getting gauge with my 4.5 millimeter. So I need to go up to a 5 millimeter to see if I get gauge then. And lovely Linnea had amazing Kroy yarn. Seriously. Okay, this is too funny. He wants to sit in the bag. Seriously, Binx. Yes, I can take it away. Good. Cats. Really annoying little floof you are. Then we are at the acquisitions. More yarn came in. Yeah, more yarn came in. Oops. Let us start with something that I have to say, spoiler alert. I am going to show you the Carolien self-striping Rainbow Club yarn of May and of June. It is now the 18th of June, so I hope most people will already have the June one. But because the next one will be spinning, and I'm not sure when the next one after that will be, but probably the June one will already, or the July one will already be in, and whatever. I'm just way behind in showing you stuff. So here is the May self-striping club. It is a 16 striper with gray and neon. I think it's awesome. If you follow Carolien, you can see some of these in her stories. I think some of them are already in the feed from the last Rainbow clubs. They're really great. Then the June one came in, and look away if you haven't gotten it yet and you don't want it to be spoiled. Here it is. It is an 8 striper, and I put it next to 2 balls of knit picks because I had picked some knit picks yarn to knit with, and it matched perfectly. So yeah. I guess Carolien and I were both in the same mood. Yeah, I just put the yarn ready because I wanted to knit some simple self-striping, and then I found out about the sock knitting competition, etc, etc. You can look again if you didn't want to see it. Then somehow that Clubhouse the German chats on Clubhouse are very bad for me because I get massively enabled. Hello, Opal Yarn. Someone on there, or was it someone? No, I think it was someone on Instagram that I met through the Fricklecast from a post they shared. And they told me that the Sparkle Rainbow by Opal was available again. And I reached out to Opal for infos, and it was a limited run only for sale in their web shop for just, not for companies, just for private use, whatever you call that. So yeah, I couldn't help myself. I got 4 balls, and since yarn doesn't travel well alone, better said, I needed to make sure those shipping were a bit more balanced. I got the long wanted neon collection. So I got green, yellow and orange, and they threw in a cute little mini skein. So this is it. 1 kilo of yarn added to my stash. Oops. But with the new sub competition, it's nice. Then I have to grab this from behind me. I got some amazing packages from lovely, lovely people. I have to figure out what this is. It's a bit of a tangle and a knot, but I'm guessing it's one of the ties. So it will be fine. So one of the lovely viewers, and I have forgotten to ask if it was okay to ask to tell you their name, sent me a super lovely message that they wanted to send me something. And they bought something and they thought of me immediately. And first of all, this lovely card from Colombia with a super nice long story. Yeah, I'm very happy you love the podcast, and seriously, thank you so much for this. There was a Intense Dark Girardelli chocolate, which is my absolute favorite brand, and I cannot get it here. I mean, I got those tiny bits in a Christmas swap package years ago, and ever since I've been looking for those tiny mix bags and stuff, and I was like, damn it. And dark chocolate is mine and my husband's favorite, and even though this has lots of histamine, I am definitely sure to enjoy a piece of this while I'm on my period, because that's the week I don't care and I don't notice if I have it or don't have it with histamine. So that's a good excuse, isn't it? And then the most pretty of it all, it is a skein of Desert Vista Dye Works. Gorgeous self-striping yarn, because my stash has plenty of space for self-striping rainbow yarn. The colorway is Rainbows Run the World. So this is her special colorway that she released from I think in January for the inauguration, where all the gorgeous coats of the Vice President and all the other wonderful women that are high up there now. Yeah, I'm not sure how all those people are called, so it's difficult to find words for that, and definitely overwhelmed for getting something so pretty as a gift. So thank you so much. Putting this one away. That was not the only random act of kindness, because I have a wonderful little box here with more kindness. This is from a lovely person that I met in the Knit Retreat, and she's also in the Knit Tea Society. And again, I didn't ask if it was okay to tell you her name, so I'm not going to do that. You know who you are, and thank you so much. Again, a wonderful card, and gorgeous writing in there. She's also a viewer of the podcast. She writes that in here. Yeah, let me show you the yarn first. This is the Tudor Rose Craft Studio, and it is Hocus Pocus, so purple and orange, absolutely perfect. I love that combination, and I love Hocus Pocus. And then there is Matter About Wool in the colorway Mint Candy, and this is a superwash pole wheel with nylon, which is definitely intriguing because I have never knit with pole wheel. You have to excuse the bird noise. There is a lot of chatter. I mean, when I look to the side, I already see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birds. So it's a bit busy. The yarn was not the only stuff in the box. This is the little box. But it fits a lot. There is this nice smelling little candle. Then this cute, the little gray girl notions pouch with I don't know what they're called in English. We call it a vlieger. I forgot the word. Sometimes happens when you speak 3 languages in a day on a regular basis. Then sometimes a word just doesn't come in a different language. There is this fridge magnet. Look at that. Isn't that cute? You brighten up my day, and it's yellow, and it fits my kitchen perfectly. There is this cute booklet by Kelly Connor Designs. Knitting is always the right thing to do. I fully agree. It is a empty, so not lined, not dotted, not anything. So it's nice for my ideas when I want to draw something. And then there's this Chapel View Crafts polymer clay gift. Yeah, you want a box, I know. With a cute tea mug, and look at that cookie. I love those cookies. I still need to learn to bake them. Oh, this is so cute. I've been not eating the microphone. Jesus. You are one bad kitty today. Naughty one. I've been wanting this kind of stitch markers for really long, so you did perfectly well. Oh, I love it so much. So for both viewers, thank you so much. It's been a rough time here this year, and yeah, these kind of things definitely brighten up my day and make it just that little push extra to show my face here again, even though I'm not feeling 100%. So I think that were all the acquisitions I wanted to show you this time. Yeah, looks like it. I really have to keep notes at the moment because otherwise things fly out of my brain. Personal stuff, I guess. Last time I left you with a cliffhanger that we were going to sign because we were going to accept a bid or see if there were bids on the house of my gran and then accept one and hopefully sell the house. Well, we did. We accepted the bid. There were 2 bids. Yeah. We accepted one of those because the other one already ghosted us, or the real estate agent. So we were like, yeah, we don't believe that's a real one. And the other one was just below asking price, and we accepted it. And then they called that person to congratulate them that we accepted, and they wanted to do arrangements for the paperwork, and they said, oh no, I don't want it. What? So yeah, that wasn't funny at all. So we had viewings again this week, and when was it? Wednesday. There were 6 viewings, and one of them actually did another bid in the evening, which we accepted yesterday, and we're now waiting for the paperwork to sign. They actually offered us more than the asking price, so we were silly not to take it. And it feels more legit and real, and but still, we have to be fingers crossed until all the paperwork is done, and then hopefully it will all go very quickly, so this person doesn't have to arrange for a mortgage and everything, because he said, well, I have the money. I'm fine. So no extra clauses in the papers, which saves us a lot of time. So yeah, we're definitely very excited about that. We're also trying to be not too excited, because, well, things can still go wrong in the current market. So please, fingers crossed for us. Yeah, why I'm extra frazzled is because I'm on antibiotics and I don't feel 100%. And yeah. Oop. I got stung by something early this week, and it's infected, and I had such a big red blob on my leg, and I am not doing well on antibiotics. They make me very nauseous, and just the whole stomach bug feeling. Of course, the spot itself, the infection, is also making me sicker. Today is a little bit better. I'm waiting for a call from my doctor to prescribe me something against the nausea. And yeah, I'll just have to finish the 10 days of that stuff. Because I wasn't sure, they are giving me the extra good stuff, extra heavy stuff, to prevent Lyme disease, because it could also have been a tick from the whole shaping of the big blob. I think it was a horsefly, but I'll just have to sit it out. And in the meantime, when the weather cools over the next few days, I will be very happy knitting away on everything I have shown you. I'm going to try not to cast on something new until I finish the sock and my Boy Lollipop modifications. And yeah. Hey, mister. Oh, the full episode on my lap. You brave kid. You brave kitty. So yeah, I guess that's it for me. And I hope to see you again next week with more spinning and Tour de Fleece. If you have any questions, just drop them here, or send me a DM anywhere. Basically, no, drop them here in the comments on YouTube. That's the easiest place to see everything and not miss anything, because Instagram sometimes eats my DMs apparently. Yeah, next time it's going to be all about Tour de Fleece and fiber and spinning and wheel updates and upgrades. So I hope you will enjoy that, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, of course. Do tell me if you have any summer knitting plans. Do you still knit in summer? Are there things you don't knit in summer, like me? I can't handle the warm woolly sweater at the moment because it's just big and it also sits in my lap. I just like some shorter stuff, like a sleeveless top, so that I only have this bit of the body, or a sock, just small things, or definitely not woolen, more like linen or cotton. So what about you? How do you handle that? Maybe you're on the other side of the world and you're actually now knitting the winter woolly stuff. Yeah? Okay, no. We're gonna say goodbye. See you again soon.